I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday, the 7th day of May. Awfully warm today, but we're getting set for a much cooler weekend. Let's take a look out the window at some of the Skycam shots this afternoon from Mount Cheaha. Would love to be at Cheaha State Park on a day like today. Just a few scattered clouds around there. Let's go down south to another Alabama treasure. How about the Gulf Coast? That's a view there coming from the Phoenix All Suites. A lot of folks enjoying the surf and the sand. And again, no sign of that oil slick on the Alabama Gulf Coast. That's great news. Weather down there, wonderful. It's going to stay great all weekend. And from Trussville, that's the view coming from Chalkville Mountain Road, overlooking Bald Rock Mountain off in the distance. That's where our big Channel 40 transmitter is located. Look at the water vapor satellite shot. You can see a strong shortwave coming across the northern states. That promises to bring some active convection to areas north of Alabama tonight. Maybe a few storms trying to form down this way, but again, we don't expect any issues here. Temperatures well up in the 80s, but no 90s today. The guidance has been constantly too high. It's been printing 90 every afternoon, but the highs have actually been mostly in the upper 80s. And again, I think the reason for that is the good soil moisture, which takes away a little of the solar energy. It's got to evaporate that soil moisture, and then it heats the ground, which in turn heats the air. Still awfully warm for early May, and around the nation, you can see the whole southeast United States is warm, but a strong cold front there through Arkansas. You can see the difference. You got Memphis at 86. You go back over to Fort Smith, Arkansas. They've got 66, a 20-degree swing on that front. And we will feel a little bit of that cooler air this weekend. In advance of the front, wind advisories up from Little Rock up to Louisville. Pretty gusty southwest wind and strong north winds behind the front, and a winter weather advisory for parts of Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan. A little early May snow up there. All right, convective outlook. Got a moderate risk of severe weather up north, parts of Indiana and Ohio. Surrounding that, the standard slight risk all the way from the eastern Great Lakes down through the northwestern corner of Alabama to near Shreveport. And again, convection certainly is possible along the front later today and this evening, but we think as the storms move in here late tonight, they'll die off in a heartbeat as the sun goes down. Tomorrow, a slight risk on the Atlantic coast of the Carolinas. And day 4, which is Monday, Chaser's Delight. Severe weather potentially for Oklahoma and Kansas on Monday with a new trough out there. There's the QPF chart, and this is suggesting rain amounts of 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch in our part of the state, and I think that's too high. Heavier totals clearly north and west, and quite frankly, I think a lot of folks will not have enough rain to measure. We'll look at modeling. This is the 12Z GFS at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Very strong shortwave rolling through the northeast United States, and below that, the surface low is moving up into eastern Canada. Awfully cold and snowy. Behind that, in the wake of the low up through parts of Michigan and maybe northern Ohio. And you can see the thickness values are dropping here in Alabama. Tomorrow will be cooler. We're talking highs in the mid-70s with a fresh north breeze. And in terms of the overnight convection, let's look at the RPM, the Rapid Precision Mesoscale model. This is valid at 3 a.m. Tomorrow. And you can see that little broken band of showers. And there are some heavier echoes, not echoes, but potential echoes showing up there over northeast Alabama. So could there be some late-night thunder? I guess. But with the limited moisture and dynamics, I don't think we'll see anything more than isolated showers. So if you're up at 3 or 4 in the morning, you might get some rain, and that's it. Many spots will not get wet. And again, Saturday, tomorrow during the day should be dry and cool. Sunday, again, mostly dry. This model run looks awfully dry. A cool day. The latest numbers coming in with a high only around 70 on Sunday after a low in the upper 40s. So a cool day, but very comfortable. And again, the chance of a shower is so small, I don't know if it's worth the mention. Probably not. With the old boundary starting to lift north. And then Monday, you can see how the trough is beginning to evolve out west. And down below that, a deep surface low is east of Denver. And there's your severe weather setup for the southern plains. And again, some evidence of maybe a shower. And we'll mention a small chance Monday, but probably nothing beyond that. And then Tuesday of next week, the lead surface low moves up to Chicago. We're dry underneath the warm ridge, and the next low forms out there in the Rockies. And then Wednesday, we are clearly underneath the 588 ridge, and that warm air aloft should keep us high and dry. Big trough out west, and down below that, the new surface low is trying to form over the Texas Panhandle, but again, just warm and dry. Upper 80s, maybe close to 90. And remember, next week, we will not have the deep soil moisture like we do now. Thursday of next week, we're dry and warm, and Friday, same deal. So as you can see, the weather sure looks awfully dry this weekend and through much of next week. Now, we do note that front to the north, and then the following day, Saturday, May 15th, the GFS wants to sag that down in through here and kind of stalling out. That might be the next decent chance of showers, and even then, I'm not convinced it'll be a big deal because of the ridging, but just keep in mind if you got something planned that weekend, there's a chance of showers around Saturday, May the 15th. 5 days later, look at that thing on the 20th, and understand this is absolute voodoo here because every run has looked different. Now we got this deep upper low just northeast of the state, and that would be kind of a cool and somewhat unsettled if that's right, and that's a big if. And then on the 23rd, that thing moves on to the east, and the weather looks very calm and warm and dry out there. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. My next video will be Monday morning at 7. Brian Peters will have the video updates both tomorrow and Sunday. If you're local to us, catch us on the news this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.